Welcome to ccbtutorials.com. This is Alvin, and in today's tutorial I will show you how to integrate your standalone CCB tutorial code base, how to integrate that into your WordPress website. So let us get started. If you're viewing our website at ccbtutorials.com and you click Getting Started, it'll take you to the Getting Started page, and if you scroll to the bottom, you'll notice that we provide two options for developing your CCB tutorial code. And one of the first things is using a web public server and database development environment, and so those are using the services of third parties such as Bluehost, GoDaddy, or HostGator. You can see I provide you a video of how to go about installing a one-click WordPress install for a Bluehost account. Today I'll also share with you a new vendor that I'm using, one that I love because of the speed, of the affordability, and then of the reliability. And so I'll introduce you to them shortly. The other option is just using a local web server and database development environment, which I tend to use from time to time, but for today we'll focus on just a public web server and database development. So that being said, one of the questions is, when you're looking at some of the tutorials that are based on the site, it never fails that I get the question week in, week out, hey, how do I go about taking the code base from the tutorials here that you list on a weekly basis? How do we take this code base that's standalone and migrate this or integrate it into our WordPress website? So one of the things that I want to be able to show you is I actually have a test site here that we're going to use. And it's just a test site with a new local host that, rather not local host, but a public web server that I'm using via InMotion hosting.com. And so what I've done is set up this is a simple WordPress site, nothing extravagant about it. And I've set that up using InMotion hosting. So I'm going to show you how to log into InMotion hosting. And yes, you may use GoDaddy. Yes, you may use Bluehost. Yes, you may use fill in the blank for any other web provider. But typically, all hosts are going to provide you with some sort of cPanel or FTP access. I won't cover FTP access today, but I will show you how to integrate your code using the cPanel. So let us get started. One of the first things that you'll want to do is make sure that you already have your WordPress website, which in most cases you will. If not, like I said, feel free to go to the Getting Started toolbox. That being said, let's go ahead and log into the WordPress setup here, and hopefully I can remember my password and get this right in one shot. And what do you know, I did. Congratulations me. So starting at WordPress admin, what you'll do is go to the plugin section, and I've already installed the Insert PHP plugin and I've already activated it. If you need to install it, just go to the top there at plugins, click add, type in Insert PHP. You're looking for this Insert PHP. There'll be many others, but look for this Insert PHP. You can look at the name of the company. Since I've already installed it, it's already installed. If it were not installed, then it would show install. Obviously, you would click the install now. It would go and install, and you could then activate it there from that install screen, or go back to the plugins page and click activate. All right, so step one, you've got the Insert PHP installed now. Okay, so the next thing that you'll want to do is you'll want to create a test page. And so I've already created a test page. And here's my test page, and you're going to already see the code. So one of the first things that I want to say is make sure that you're not on the visual tab and that you're on the text tab. It is important that you are on the text tab. So make sure that your code doesn't look like this. Make sure it looks like this, which resembles more of a text editor. All right, so in typical PHP code, typical PHP starts out something like this. So this is your opening, this is your closing. Well, what the plugin does is basically gives you shortcode, as WordPress calls it, for the open PHP tag, which there's your open PHP tag. Or it'll also give you a close, which is the closed PHP tag. Now, if you try to write PHP in a WordPress page, much like the highlighted code there, it is going to spit out all kind of warning and error messages at you. So don't use that. Make sure that you use the insert PHP code. Now, I've provided a couple of snippets of code here that you should be able to see. The code that you're really going to want to focus on is just this. Now, I've provided some other built-in WordPress and PHP functions, but the ones that you'll want to focus on is making sure that you get the template directory, which I'll go over here momentarily, and then including the file to your standalone tutorial code. So taking this code, putting it in a standalone file. So for the sake of this, we'll just act like we're taking this code, copying it here, and placing it into my ab.php file. That being said, if you were to view the test page right now, it simply echoes ccbtutorials.com, which to see this page, you're going to have to log into your cPanel. And so I'm just showing you InMotion hosting. Like I said, it's just the host that I chose for this tutorial. So I'll enter in my email address, and from here, hopefully I can remember my password. And as you can see, this is the account management panel for InMotion hosting, and so it's pretty clean, easy to understand. As you can see, it's pretty affordable. That's my next payment of $107. Nevertheless, you can install popular software such as WordPress, Joomla, Drupal, any other content management systems. For the sake of time, though, we're going to go ahead and focus on the cPanel. So I just click cPanel for that domain that I have WordPress installed, and when you get there, a wizard may pop up. Just exit out of that. You don't need that wizard. Scroll down and look for files, and then click File Manager. This will pop up. Just make sure that the web root directory has been selected. Select Go. And then from there, you're going to want to find your WordPress template file. So from the left-hand menu, just click the plus symbol there to expand. And then next to web content, click that. Next to themes, you click that. Now, if you're looking for which theme is active, what you'll want to do is go to Appearance and Themes. And because I didn't save this, I'm going to go ahead and just click Leave, since it's already saved. But once you arrive at themes, it'll tell you which theme is active. So our active theme for this is 2016. So when we go back to the cPanel tab here, we can expand the 2016. Well, if you can already see, I've already included a folder within the 2016 folder. In this folder, this is where you're going to want to place all of your standalone CCB tutorial code. So if CCB, for instance, we have an includes folder, you'll want to place that includes folder and all the files within it, as well as your saved PHP file. You'll want to place it within the CCB folder. And so there you have it. In this tutorial, I've used ab.php. So when we go back to our page in WordPress, we go back to page, edit this page, and when we get there, we see we've included the file path, ccb tutorial /ab.php. Again, you don't need these two. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and delete them. And then just to show you what this looks like, we'll uncomment the echo, comment out the include, click save, and just to show you where the file is actually pulling from. So this file path is the same as the path that you're looking here. And you know that just by looking here. And so those are the same file paths. So to be able to include my ab.php file, I'll comment the echo, uncomment the include that variable that we have listed here at the top, include, let's get to highlight this, and include that there, / ccb tutorials / whatever your file name is. And we'll go ahead and update that. And then all you have to do now is refresh. It'll say CCB tutorials. And so you go, well, wait, how do we know it says CCB tutorials? Well, if you go back to the C panel and look inside my AB file, which I highlighted, click code editor, and then in there it says echo CCB tutorials. Now, you can replace that echo with your code, but you have to make sure that all your includes are included inside of the directory path. That being said, that's how you integrate CCB tutorials into your public web server installation of WordPress. It's just that easy. So number one, make sure that you use the WordPress insert PHP plugin. Two is make sure that you are using either FTP or cPanel, the file manager, to upload all of your code base from CCB tutorials into the Active Directory of your WordPress installation. And then three, make sure that you're using the open and close tags for the PHP plugin and not the PHP native tags. Everything within those insert underscore PHP open and close tags can be PHP, but you just have to open using the shortcode versions of the PHP plugin. So that said, like I said, definitely feel free to try out InMotion hosting. Like I said, it's affordable, it's reliable, and it's pretty fast in terms of some of the testing that I've done. If not, feel free to keep using Bluehost, GoDaddy, HostGator, or your web host of choice. So if you have questions, let me know. I look forward to sharing the next video tutorial with you. Again, visit ccbtutorials.com, and I look forward to seeing you around. Thanks.